everybody, how you doing out there today? I'm going to show you a couple of demonstrations with some products that we have that are very popular. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and use the BB Flawless. I'm not one for the liquid foundation, but I've heard fantastic things, so I'm going to try it. We also have these fantastic blending bulbs that are just perfect to add foundation to your face and help blend things in and make it a lot much funner, and they have some nifty little colors in them. So if I make any mistakes, it's okay because we have the shine wipes and that's gonna work. So I'm just gonna show you what I would do. I don't think everybody has to do it this way, but this is what I'm gonna do. So here is my BB Flawless. My primer is all out, so I have to say this first and foremost, that the very first step you should always take is with the primer. I am waiting for it to be delivered to me any day now, but I still want to show this to you and the importance of it. You'll actually benefit from seeing the difference of with and without, because I have done one with primer. So let's go ahead and get started. Being that I do not have my primer, I'm just going to pull out my brush right away. This is my foundation brush, and I use this for everything. It has to do with my foundation, concealers, everything like that. So I'm going to pull it out, use my concealer, and get all of these pigmentations and things out of the way so that I can cover that up and then go forward. You'll see that on my brush there's hardly any of my concealer because it doesn't take a lot. Generally, when you have your primer, you can even use less, and then you just kind of dab where you see the trouble spots. Like for me, they're all over my cheekbones and things like that, so I dab. You don't want to be harsh on the skin. You want to save some for underneath. You might even have to add some more. I'm going to do this a little bit this way. Okay, you want to start blending that in. Lightly, just kind of pull. If you had your primer, it would just wipe across really smooth and easy. You don't have to start blending this out yet because you want it to cover everything that looks dark. Again, watching the skin, I like to go upward in an upward motion so that you're not stretching the skin out. You can go in an upward or sideways motion, but you don't want to pull all the skin this way. You just want to make sure that you're dabbing. So I'm getting all this skin covered. Might have to put a little bit more of the concealer. You can use any of the concealers that we have and add the rose water to it to make it a creamy consistency. If you do not like the powder form, I'm into creamy everything, so that's the best way to go for me. Again, I like to scoop up. For me, that looks like a lot, a humongous amount of concealer because I do not have primer. I've showed a video before where when you have primer, you don't have to use a ton of makeup. So today it looks a little caked. And again, the upward motion and strokes because you don't want to have to stretch and tear the skin. There's two ways you can do your concealer under the eye. You can do the half moon or you can do the triangle, which this is the half moon, this is the triangle. You don't have to start drawing out an automatic triangle. You can actually work your product of your face right here. There's different ways to highlight and blend, whatever. I'm going to take my blending bulb now and just kind of blot because I don't want it to look like I have splotchy or lines or anything like that. But I'm just going to show you in case you want to. Now I'm going to try honey, and I know this is darker than me, but I want to have that suntan look without having to tan because I don't prefer to be in the sun. So being that I'm very light skinned compared to this color, I'm not going to use a lot of it, which I don't like to use a lot of foundation anyway. I'm going to do similar to what I did with the concealer, only I'm going to start down here where I would have done my half moon and kind of work it down. So I'm going to, instead of going, wow, this color actually looks great, it matches my skin, I'm going to rub it this way, just kind of rubbing toward the ear a little bit. I want to follow it back up with my blending bed and just kind of dab again because you're having two creamy substances. You know, one's liquidy, one's creamy, and you want to make sure that you're not looking so pressed that it looks caked on or like you took some spackle to your face to cover up things you don't want to see. Just want to kind of blend. And again, if you feel like after you've blended with these bulbs, and it might feel like, you know, maybe something stayed in a little spot or whatever. Just quickly touch it up. It's just a quick sweep to the face. Some women like to keep just this, and they don't like to go further with powder, things like that. I'm not one of those women. So I use my chiffon. I use my chiffon as a finishing powder. That is that right there. Right now in our customer kudos, we are using Tenacious eyeshadow. It's the eye cream from Splurge, and I want to make sure that I'm grabbing the right one because I love these. So I'm going to put this on my eyes. I keep my brushes so protected. I love it. So here is my Splurge brush, and here is the Tenacious. I like this the creamy eyeshadow so much that I just put just this on my face because I like the sparkle and shimmer. It does not take much, so you don't need to clump it on. Okay, I do a quick moon, half moon right there, and sweep it over the bone and go all the way across. I just round it out and fill in the lid. Do you see that? Round it and fill in the lid. You can make everything go perfectly like that. Do you see that? Okay, do my other eye. And this is a quick look for a day. If you want to look a quick 10-minute appearance with makeup, but you want it to look like a little bit of a splash and a pop to the eye, that's what you would do. So again, I'm going to go and do like a half a moon. Fill in that eyelid. And this goes on so smooth it's not even stretching the skin. And it's moist, so you're going to feel like your eye has some moisture to it. And that's nice. It does not smear or smudge or crease. There you go. Of course, we have our famous mascara, which I am not ready to put on just yet because I do want to show you just a minute what this looks like. Do you see how this eyeshadow has the colors, like there's golds and browns and earth tone colors in it? And let's make sure I got this even. Do you see how easy that goes on? That's good for your eyes, that you have like a, I'm not one for creamy eyeshadow, or let's just say I wasn't, and then these came, forget it, that went out the window. I love it. You can do this natural eyeshadow with just this. You can add different pops to it. You can do darker eyeshadows or lighter eyeshadows. Every single eyeshadow that I've used with this one, I try to stay with it to be a shimmering one and not a matted one so that it doesn't take away from the shine. I get the Pristine pencil, which is the white, and I like to go into the eye and make like a, kind of like a backward L. See if I can get in here and do that. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, maybe you've never seen it, but I like to do that. Make like a backward L and then get into my waterline. When filling in your eyebrows, I'm jumping all over because I'm going to do it quick. When you're filling in your eyebrows and things like that, because you can see mine are kind of in desperate need. I'm still not going to tell you what pigments I mixed together because I just don't want to tell anybody. It's my secret. When filling in my brows, just take it and go right with the angle. Do you see how I have it? Some people are like, what did you do that for? A lot of people say try to make it look natural by not making the line look so thick right here in front. Well, you kind of look like you have a bunch of hair here, and then here you look like you don't have any. Either way, somebody's gonna have something to say about the eyebrow. Do it the way you want to, but please do not make it 30 inches thick. That's not attractive. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get up closer, swoop up, and fill in. I don't think it has to be as hard as the women make it. There's a lot of wonderful videos out there about it. I just don't think it has to be 30 minutes for the eyebrows, but maybe For some they want to. Maybe that's why they say their eyebrows are on fleek. I use the Pristine pencil again, and I go underneath the eyebrow right where I was. See where I am? I'm going underneath it, and I'm following it all the way around. Right where I shaded. And I like to use this, this eyebrow pencil was given to my sister by my grandmother, because she doesn't fill her eyebrows in and I do. And my grandmother passed, so I'm partial to this one regardless of the beautiful, wonderful ones that we have with Younique. Okay, so do you see the difference, obviously, from one eyebrow to the other? There is the pigments that I mixed together, the two of them that I mixed, and then the Pristine pencil right underneath the eye. Do you see how that eye pops? Reddish burgundy, or I'll go really brown. So I'm gonna just put, since this is a flat matte and there is the ombre look over it, I'm just gonna put some Lucky lip gloss over it for some shine. Looky there. And there you go. So see, you decide what side looks good for you, what works for you. For me, I like this side of the eye. It's for when I'm really wanting to have more attention to my eyes and my lips. I do a big pop in color. It might be a lot of brown like I have now, or I may be going for like the sappy. I'll wear the dark purple lip stain, or I'll use the saucy because I love to have them plump wine-skinned colored lips, and I always like to go big or go home. So that's me. The eyelashes, you know about the mascara. It's fantastic. When I'm looking to go out and look fabulous and all dolled up, I use 3 to 4 coats because I like it to come closer to the eyebrow. But anyway, hope that helps you. Hope that's something new that you've learned. If you've heard of it before already and didn't care for it, try it again. Or if you've never heard of the white pencil, which is called Pristine through Younique, try that one as well. And play with it. There's a lot of things you can do. You can highlight and contour with that white stick too. So don't toss aside the thought of having white eyeliner. Have a good day and thanks for watching.